On Halloween night, a couple of kids came to the cemetery to explore. What they didn't know, a horrible evil spirit was waiting for them. Just a few hours earlier, Grandma brought a new friend. His name is Brenda. He just moved in next door a while ago, and since it was Halloween, Brenda, the king of the kids, told his sisters a scary story of a girl who had been naughty, was locked in her room by her parents, and they set the house on fire. The girl escaped, but suffered extensive burns and disfigurement. The expected horror didn't happen. The kids were speechless. Brenda then suggested something exciting. They followed him out of the room and down into the basement. A cave in the wall caught their attention. The children fantasized about what was inside. Maybe there was a fairy in there, or some horrible monster. Brenda then suggested that one of the children go in, but the girl was very timid, and no matter how much everyone tried to encourage her, she was determined not to go, so she went her separate way. At that moment, Lisa's mother received a phone call. It was Brenda's mother, and she was sorry, because Brenda had gotten very sick. She's still in the hospital. She can't make it to the Halloween party tonight. Grandma was in a cold sweat. Brenda's in the hospital. Who was that guy in the mask? He went to the children's bedroom, but it was empty. He found the timid little girl in the kitchen. She told him that Brenda had taken them to the cemetery. Brenda had taken them on an expedition to the cemetery, and that's when the bears arrived at the cemetery, a graveyard in the middle of the night on Halloween. Everything seemed so spooky. Brenda took them to an unburied grave, and then she ordered Lisa's little girl to lie down in it. The kids were excited, but they weren't stupid. Of course they wouldn't do it, but in the game they had just played, the little girl was now dead. He had to play by the rules, and now the older sister is standing up for her sister. As for why Brenda didn't go in, but Brenda was cool with it, said that if the little girl did what she was told, she would finish the ghost story she hadn't finished. Driven by curiosity, the little girl lay down in the tomb. Brenda began to tell the story. The girl escaped with her life, but her face was disfigured by the burns. She was too scary to look at, so he could only go out on Halloween every year, because it was the only day. Everyone dresses up as ghosts and goblins. The girl's face would scare him. Then he started to pull off the mask. In a moment of desperation, Grandma chased Lisa to the cemetery. The children almost peed themselves. The youngest daughter was rescued from the grave by Lisa, but Brenda had disappeared. Her mask was all that was left in the wind. At the same time, a girl in a white dress walked down the street, scaring all the children who passed by, with pain and pleasure.